requires finesse. It's more difficult than it looks like. For me, a dead center hit on this cue ball, I know is going to take me very close to that line, so I'm going to take a whack at it like that, and then I'm going to adjust for my outcome. If I go too wide, I'm just going to put a little high ball on it, and that'll bring me in tight. If I'm too tight, I'm going to put a little outside English on it, and that'll open me up this way. So I'm going to try one with a center ball hit and a finesse stroke. Get on up there, baby. That's a pretty good shot number 5. One thing about shot number 5, there's a real tendency to want to, when you're over a rail like this, and there's a real tendency to want to lay your weight on the rail. I believe that if you do that, you throw your whole upper body out of sync. So that's why I like to shoot it up on my fingertips. Anyhow, in shot 5 extended, we're moving the cue ball target down to here. I'd like to hit this rail too. My center ball hit's not going to work as good here because I'm hitting it firmer and it's going to go out further before it starts rolling. So I'm going to add a little bit of English at 10:30, maybe 3/4 of a ball, excuse me, at 1:30, and I think that ought to take me pretty close to this target. So here we go. Watch that is on a shot line there, maybe a 1.5 diamonds short. So I'm just going to take that feedback and I'm going to learn to adjust from it. This time I'm going to give it a little bit more stroke. One real important thing about shot number 5, and that's about as good as you can get, is that the hit on the object ball is super critical, and you really want to pay attention that you're splitting the pocket, because if you're cheating the pocket a little bit in here, that little difference on contact will give you a big difference here, and by the time you get down here, you've got a huge difference. So one way to really track where you're hitting the object ball with the cue ball is to pay attention to the relationship between the cue tip when you're down here and the edge of the ball. That'll be a very helpful thing if you use it. I'll be right back with shot number 6. Before we get into shot number 6, I've been informed by my director, Ken Heller, that in the last segment I said 3/4 of a ball of English when I meant 3/4 of a tip. So go ahead and make that correction. And back to 6. Number 6 starts with the object ball about 3/4 of an inch off the rail, right on this diamond string right here. The cue ball starts right on the long string, a diamond up from the foot spot. And the objective in this shot is to pocket the 6 ball in the quarter and come back 1 rail to a cue ball target right here. It's good to practice getting to this cue ball target without hitting the 2nd rail here, because someday that practice may save you from scratching in the side. Let's take this at the table and take a look at it. 2 things are happening with shot number 6. First, I have to hit it with a very light stroke to come over here and not hit this rail. Second, I have to put enough English on it to pull it a full diamond up to my target across the width of the table. If I just put the English on the ball, I'm going to lose it to the friction of the cloth by the time it gets there. So I have to hit the ball a little low to save the English. I cue this one at about a 1.25 at about 15. I would prefer not to hit this rail. Let's see if I can do it. That's that's a very good shot number 6. I touched the rail, but I'm going to let it slide this time. In shot 6 extended, we're moving this cue ball target across the table to right here. Get rid of that spot. And to do this, I'm going to hit the ball a little bit firmer so I don't need as much draw. Also, I'd like to move my margin of error away from this very big side pocket because I certainly don't want to scratch. So let's see if I can do this with about a tip of English at 445. That's pretty good. I'm going to hit that third rail again. This is a fast cloth, but I'm going to accept it. I'll be right back with shot number 7. In shot number 7, the object ball starts right on the long string, about 3/4 of an inch off the rail. The cue ball starts on the foot string, half a diamond from the side rail here. As you can see, shot number 7 is related to shot number 6, except this time we're going the length of the table instead of the width. If you need to get down table and you can't go diagonally this way or that way, then some version of shot number 7 is the only other way to do it. For this reason, shot number 7 is a very important shot in 8-ball and in 9-ball. Let's go to the table. Shot number 7 requires bridging off a rail on an angle, so it is really helpful to make sure you have a secure bridge and take a little bit of a shorter backstroke and normal to alleviate that tendency for the cue stick to go that way. I want a sliding ball at contact, so I'm going to put just a little bit of draw on, and that should give me a cue ball line right down here to the target. Let's see if I can do it. And I'm right on that cue ball line. It give me a bounce. I like that quite a bit. A powerful training concept that I think this is a good shot to illustrate goes like this. Whenever you're practicing reference shots and you accidentally scratch, but you made the ball. For instance, if I shot this and I accidentally went forward and I scratched over there, instead of filing that image away as a scratch shot, file it away as a game winner by taking a 9-ball, putting it in the jaws. If you want to make it easier, put the 8-ball there, and then setting the shot up again and shoot it so that you win the game from it. Like so. See, that's, don't do that. You got robbed if that happened. I've shot this literally, folks, probably 25 times. I've never ever scratched there. So if that happens, eliminate it from your mind, set it up again, shoot it again, and then file it away as a game winner. So I'm going to go ahead and set up shot 7 extended and just shoot it one time. I'm traveling a long way. My target here is down here. I'm going to make it be a bigger target than usually because I'm going a long way. Everything's the same, I just hit it a little bit stiffer. And that's a very acceptable shot number 7. I'm going to be right back. We'll take a look at shot number 8. Shot number 8 starts with the object ball on the foot string, 1/2 of a diamond from the spot. And the cue ball's on the center string, 1/4 diamond down from the center spot. The objective of this shot is to pocket the ball in the corner, draw the cue ball back to this rail and out to the center of the table. The extended shot, we're going to take it down to there. Shot number 8 is a very pretty shot that is a lot more dependable than it looks. Let's take a look at it at the table. The exact location of the balls in shot number 8 is crucial. If they're any different than this, even if it was just over here, it would be impossible to get the cue ball to this cue ball target. So if you set the shot up and you shoot it several times and you can't get on this cue ball line, then go ahead and move one of the balls so that you have a fuller shot, and then you should be able to do it. I shoot this with maximum English at about 7 o'clock to pull the cue ball back here and out to its target in the center of the table. Let's see if I can do it. That's a good shot number 8. And this is a touchy shot. In the extended version, which I'm going to take only one shot at, it's a harder shot. This is my target here. Because of that speed consistency that I was talking about, I'm just going to take one shot at it. I think if I put a little bit more English on it, about 7:15 with maximum draw, I should be able to get pretty close to this vicinity. Here we go. And that's real, to be in an area here, I'm happy about it. That was shot number 8. I'll be right back. We'll take a look at shot number 9. Shot number 9 starts with the object ball, 1 1/4 diamonds from the side, and 3/4 of a diamond from the center string right here. The cue ball also starts 3/4 of a diamond from the center string, but only 1 diamond from the side. After pocketing the object ball in the side, the cue ball goes 3 natural rails around the table to the center of the table. Shot number 9 is a very useful shot that comes up all the time. Let's take a look at it on the table. Shot number 9 is real close to a half a ball hit. That should actually put us fairly close to the necessary cue ball line back to this cue ball target. If we need to tighten it up a little bit, all we have to do is hit it with a little of a high ball to get here faster and sharper into the corner, and that'll bring us tighter this way. To go the other way, all we would have to do is put a little bit of outside or left-hand English on it in this case. I'm going to go ahead and shoot it one time with a natural stroke and a center ball hit. Get up there, I don't have to shoot it again. Well, you know, I think that's close enough. I'm actually going to take it, even though I'm a little further away than I want to be. But in the interest of time, I'm going to go ahead and set up shot 9 extended. In this shot, we're moving the cue ball target down to here, and I've got to hit the shot firmer to do that, so I'm going to tighten the angle up. To compensate for that, I'm going to add about 3/4 of a tip of English right at 10:30. Let's see if I can do it. I'm pretty close to that too. And late in the day like we are, I think I'm going to accept that. If I was practicing on my own, I would set this up and I would shoot it 10, 15, 20 times until I got into stroke. But right now, after our lunch break, that's pretty good. I'll be right back with shot number 10. Shot number 10 starts with the object ball on a center string, 1/2 of a diamond from the side pocket. The cue ball starts on the long string, 1 diamond above the center spot. As you can see on the graphic, we draw the cue ball directly to the short rail, then the long rail, and back out to the center of the table. This shot comes up all the time, and it's a powerful shot to feel confident about because the speed is natural. It's just about a normal full stroke for most people. Let's take it to the table. The tricky part of number 10 is staying on this cue ball line bringing it in about near this diamond and back out to the center of the table. Pocketing the ball is a cinch. But the key to this shot is definitely watch the object ball, because differences in the hit on the object ball here can dramatically alter the course of the cue ball. And it's tough to know where you're hitting the 10 ball if you're not really focused on it and watching what happens at the second of impact. I'm going to shoot this shot with low left English, about 1.5 tips at, I would say, 7-10, with a nice stroke, and do my best to put us right in the middle of the table. I think I'm going to be pretty close. I'm on the track line. I'm long 1.5 diamonds. I'm going to take one more shot at it to see if I can get a little bit better than that. So once again, this is shot number 10. Perfect. I'm not going to shoot the extended shot. The only difference with it is we're moving this cue ball target down here. There's nothing different about the shot except that where you hit it firmer. So I'm going to leave it to your imagination, and we'll move right on to shot number 11. In shot number 11, the object ball is on the foot string, 1/2 diamond from the spot. The cue ball is also on the foot string, 3/4 diamond on the other side of the spot. That's the object ball. This is the cue ball. The objective here is to pocket the object ball in the corner and send the cue ball 3 rails back to the center of the table. Shot number 11 is a really fun shot to shoot, and it's a great recovery shot to boot. Let's take a look at it on the table. The thing to focus on in shot 11 is pocketing this ball in the corner and avoiding the scratch over here. For that reason, it's better to err on the long side, or the thick side if we're talking about the contact, than it is to err the other way. In addition, this shot sends the cue ball really a long ways around the table, and although the speed is fairly natural to end up right in this area, there's a tendency to want to watch the cue ball instead of the object ball. So if you make it a point to keep your attention on the object ball until it drops in the hole, this isn't that tough of a shot. I shoot it with about 1.5 tips of English at 430. Here we go. That's shot number 11, about 1.5 diamonds short. I'm going to do the same thing I just did, or I'm going to attempt to do the same thing that I just did, with just a little tiny bit of power added. Once again, this is shot number 11. And instead of adding power, I think I'm pretty consistent there anyhow. I'm going to shoot it one more time, and then we'll move on to shot number 12. Once again, shot number 11. English at 430, about 1.5 tips. That's a pretty good shot number 11. In the extended version, all we're doing is moving the cue ball target down table to that spot right there. It's the same cueing, it's the same shot, same objectives. We just have to hit the ball a little bit firmer to bring it down there. I'll be right back, and we'll take a look at shot number 12. Shot number 12 starts with the object ball on the foot string, about 3/4 of an inch from the rail, and the cue ball at the center of the table. The objective in this shot is to slice that ball right in the corner and go this 2-rail pattern back to a cue ball target right there. Shot number 12 is a real useful shot, and it does come up frequently in competition. Let's go to the table and shoot it. The angle on shot number 12 is natural. A center ball hit with maybe just a touch of draw, or in some cases just a touch of follow, should take me right on a path to our cue ball target. This is a difficult shot to master. It takes a little bit of time and a little bit of energy, but once you have it down pat, it's a pretty simple thing to do. I feel pretty confident that I'm going to get somewhere in this vicinity, even on this first shot. So let's give it a try. Well, this table's playing a little dry. These lights are dried it out quite a bit. I'm going to set it up again. Now that I know what a center ball hit will do, I'm going to hit it just a speck higher. And literally a 1/16 of an inch higher will probably take me down around in here. So let's try it one more time. Well, now a 1/16 of an inch takes me right on the target line, and that's an acceptable shot for number 12. Shot number 12 has no extension. There isn't anywhere else to go. So we're going to move on to shot 13. I'll be back in a minute. In shot number 13, the object ball starts in the center of the table, and the cue ball starts 1/2 diamond above the center string and 1 diamond from the side rail. The objective in this shot is to pocket the object ball in the side and send the cue ball 2 rails with inside English back around to this cue ball target right there. If you have to go from one side of the table and get back up table the other way from a side pocket shot and the natural routes are blocked, this is the